Hello and welcome to the Admin for You training channel. In today's video, I'll be covering the instructions for use of the Child Care Center Training Tracker. This training tracker is an Excel-based tool designed to make employee training, tracking, and reporting easy and efficient. Let's take a closer look at how it works. The training tracker consists of four main tabs. The Training Tracker tab is where you'll enter and maintain all of your employee training history and also quickly generate reports based on the filtered selections at the top. The Employee Information tab is where you'll enter and maintain all of your employee names and their classroom or department assignments. The information you enter and maintain here automatically generates the name selection list used on the Training Tracker tab. Maintaining a unique name record for each employee is essential for accurate reporting. In the event that you enter a duplicate name, you'll be alerted with a change in the appearance of the cell and color font. The Training Tracker tab is where you enter and maintain your list of training that's assigned to your employees. Here you can list each training along with details such as renewal frequency, training group, and the number of hours earned for each completed training assignment. The list you build and maintain here will automatically generate the drop-down selection list of trainings on the Training Tracker tab. The training list that comes included in your workbook is meant to be customized, so add, delete, or change content to suit your specific training needs. You'll want to be mindful to assign a unique name to each training. This ensures accuracy in reporting. And just like the employee list, if a duplicate value is entered, you'll be alerted by a change in color to the cell and font. As you've probably already noticed, that throughout this workbook you find the consistent use of drop-down list. This has been designed to uphold data accuracy in your reporting. The Setup tab serves as your hub for maintaining these essential drop-down lists, ensuring seamless navigation and efficient data management across the workbook. The setup boxes designated for Training Tracker are where you'll maintain the values you see in the Training Tracker tab drop-down lists for training status and certificate earned. When you add, delete, or edit any of the values in these setup fields, the values are automatically updated in your drop-down list selections. The setup boxes that are designated for employee information are where you maintain the values you see for classroom or department assignment on the Employee Information tab. Remember, when you add, delete, or edit any of the values in these setup fields, the values are automatically updated in your drop-down selection lists. And finally, the setup boxes designated for Training Catalog are where you maintain the values you see for renewal frequency and training group on your Training Catalog tab. And as with the other setup boxes, remember when you add, delete, or edit any of the values in these setup fields, the values are automatically updated in your drop-down list selections. Now that you've become familiar with the layout of the workbook and how it works, let's take a look at how your workbook will look when you receive it and the steps you should take before you begin tracking data for your employees. The Training Tracker tab will be blank. You'll notice that there are no filters appearing at the top of the sheet. As you add data to the tracker, the filters will automatically update based on your entries. Before you begin, take a moment to set up your classroom or department names on the Setup tab and also make any other adjustments that may be needed to suit your specific needs. Next, navigate to the Employee Information tab and create a list of all your employees. Use the drop-down list to select their classroom or department assignment. Next, navigate to the Training Catalog tab and set up your list of training assignments. Use the pull-down list to select a renewal frequency and training group for each training activity and indicate the number of hours earned for each activity. The workbook comes delivered with a list of commonly required training activities, but you'll want to review and make adjustments as necessary to suit your specific child care center requirements. Your workbook is now ready to begin entering and maintaining your training records on the Training Tracker tab. To enter new records, select an employee name and select an assigned training. You'll notice that as you make these entries that the cells that are shaded in gray will auto-populate with information based on your selection. Next, select a training status for each entry. Then, as training statuses change, update the records as appropriate with the training status, completion status, certificate earned, expiration details, and any other notes or information you'd like to include. You'll notice that as you build your tracking details, that the filter buttons at the top of the screen are now starting to take shape. Remember that filter buttons only appear for data that is collected on your tracking spreadsheet, so don't be alarmed if an item you've set up is not showing on the filter buttons, because as soon as that piece of data is entered, it will show up automatically. Now let's explore how you can use the filter buttons to create custom reporting. The purpose of your filter buttons is to narrow results for viewing or reporting purposes. For example, if you select only one employee name from the filter, the view will be adjusted to show only training for that employee. And you'll also notice that the total training hours adjust to represent hours for only the filter or filters that you've selected. With the use of multiple filters, you create a multitude of reporting options. For example, if you wanted to see only training due for the toddlers class in the year 2024, you would select due from the training status filter, toddlers from the classroom filter, and the year 2024 from the training due date year filters. To remove filters, click on the red X that's located in the top right-hand corner of your selection boxes. Also, a quick tip. If at any time the view is not what you're expecting to see, check to make sure that you don't have any filters selected, which would narrow your view. You can easily do this and tell by the color of the filter buttons, how they're illuminated, or if there's a red X in the upper right-hand corner. When you're ready to print, navigate to File in the Excel toolbar and select Print to access the print settings. In the print settings, you'll see a preview of how your spreadsheet will appear on paper. Take a moment to review the layout and ensure that it meets your needs. Printing has already been set up to show what filters were selected at the top and print all columns of information. One quick tip: to avoid printing unwanted blank pages, use the Print Active Sheets option to print only the sheets that contain data, or if needed, you can also specify the exact range of pages you want printed by entering the page numbers. This concludes our training for today. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.